Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Emerald Coast. How is everyone doing this fine Saturday evening? I gotta fix my Stream Deck. Do that after the stream. Farmer G is in the house. First one in chat tonight. Waylon must be taking the day off. Big Dazza. Welcome. How's it going? Oh, you've changed your name. Change thy name. Dozer, welcome. Someone really needs to talk about visibility and turning right. Not the best visibility there. Tonight we're going to be hopefully moving into April, seeing what other fun kinds of things we can get into. As you can see from the thumbnail, we've got our productions in full swing with respect to the community garden, a garden at the main farm. Got cheese going on, a butter, we gotta get started back up again, bakery, and well, the big one, dang it, we need to get barley so we can get our brewery up and running. I understand being fed up cutting our trees. My goal is not to cut any more trees myself. El Capitalista. Welcome. I think yesterday, or last time we were on, I had the idea we were going to make hay bales. But now I've got the idea that we're going to just make, we're just going to windrow this grass and basically take it up to the fermenter and make some more silage. Get some more silage out of it. Then the next cut, we'll take it to the hay dryer and make more hay out of it. Because I don't think we can feed the cows in the open pasture clover for whatever reason. Doesn't seem to take it. GoldenEye, welcome. Welcome. I went over on the Carpathian server, and it looks like there really isn't much to do there until they move into the next month at least. So we came back to Hof because, well, there's always stuff going on over here. After last night's live stream, I went and saw a map had dropped yesterday in all of my afternoon festivities. So we got that published this morning. Y'all hadn't seen it. It's a pretty good South American map. Schultz, what is up? What is up? GoldenEye with a 25-a-month membership. He's now working on his 3rd year. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your continued support. all, how is the traffic troubleshooting coming along? Well, GoldenEye, I think we're doing pretty good. Yes. After a very, very scary incident 2 weeks ago, very scary incident 2 weeks ago, I think we are we're getting some answers to some questions that we had, or should I say some kind of long-running concerns. No, I think Test Runner was more of like, let me make sure all the textures and the naming schemes are right. I don't think it actually makes sure the map is functionally correct. Oh, good. Good to see the food place errors are gone. No, no, no. My incident did not involve a ladder whatsoever. Dozer, thank you for the 13-month membership post. Farmer Bruno, welcome. No, 2 weeks ago, last Thursday, the wife went into the emergency room because she had a lot of abdominal pain. And around 11:30, I got a phone call because I didn't even know she had went to the emergency room. 11:30, we got a phone call that they were rushing her into emergency surgery. So yeah, that was a shocker. First, you get the phone call that one, your wife's in the emergency room. Two, that they are literally on the way to the emergency room. And the only reason they're calling you is because she insisted that they had to stop and call me and tell me what the heck was going on. Well, it turns out that she had some intestinal issues, that there were some herniations in the intestines that had clearly been going on for a long time, that were likely masked by all of her back pain and all of the cocktail of medicines from that. And then also some of the intestines, I guess, somehow had gotten wrapped up around each other. And the doctor basically said that if nothing was done, she was probably within 12 hours of not being with us anymore. So that was 2 weeks ago. And now she is eating as best as she has in years. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Hof of Bergman version 1.2.0.0, I think. Hope you all are enjoying your Saturday evening, afternoon, and for those of you in the other side of the earth, hope you're enjoying your Sunday morning. We were just wrapping up a little chat about major event here in the FK household about 2 weeks ago. But now she is basically got her appetite back, able to eat some things, working on recovering from that emergency surgery, and then recovering more from, you know, their surgery a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago. But yeah, we think that yes, that is very likely the root cause of most of her nausea. Aside from the immediate nausea around the narcotics that lots of folks exhibit. So now we have to get her plumped back up. Because I'd say over the course of the last year and a half, she's lost a substantial amount of weight, a substantial amount of muscle mass. So yeah. So no, it doesn't involve a ladder, but it was pretty significant, nonetheless. So I hope your father regains strength, mobility, range of motion in the shoulder. The wife's had 2 shoulder surgeries, so I am well aware of those too. Rehab on that is quite extensive and quite painful. Indeed, Schultz. Indeed. So things are coming along swimmingly. Now, those of you involved in the ACC League, be sure to go vote for the tracks. I want to try to get some track selection down this week. Finalize some things hopefully this week. Get the schedule ironed out so we can start in 2 weeks. I want to start the first week of June. That's what I'd like to do. Let's bring it in a little bit. Get to work. How's everybody been doing? Or you've been playing single player ACC then? Oh, Farmer G, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. See what we can do as far as getting some decent windrows laid out here. Oh, Schultz is getting all in on this ACC. Tell you what, sim racing can. You think modding is a time sink? You think modding is a time suck? No, sim racing is a time suck like no other. Linger, what is up? What is up? How are you doing today? We've got a new forage wagon down at the shop. It's a bit bigger than the small wagon we were using. Sold the small wagons off. Like I said, the plan tonight is going to be to collect this grass for our fermenter, our firm fix, I believe is what the name is. And then we'll get this grass fertilized up and get it ready for a second cut. And the second cut we will have it destined for the hay dryer. That way we'll have plenty of hay and silage for our TMR mix. Rabbit Rob is here. What is up, sir? Glad to see you do indeed have the 1-to-1 ratio of mice to displays. I don't want you to not have the full PC experience. 3 monitors requires 3 mice. You're gonna have to grow another hand in order to properly become efficient and effective with those 3 displays. Because, of course, well, you gotta navigate with 3 mice. Also, glad to see you're one of the earliest viewers of the new map video that we dropped early this afternoon. I recorded that this morning, edited the video, uploaded it, and then I went out and mowed the grass. And honestly, I forgot, because I was prepping to mow the grass, and I forgot all about the fact that I had uploaded it. Until I was done mowing the grass, I'm like, oh, I really should publish that video because it's probably done now. It was. Went out, trimmed some bushes out front. Got a little bit of the yard work done. Yes, Rabbit Rob. I mow grass IRL. You need to mow some grass IRL. You got a house now. Are you telling me you don't have any grass? Did you just plant architectural or landscaping rocks. Is that your yard? Landscaping stones. Shane, welcome. Welcome. Donald, you need 2 mice. If you don't have 2 mice, you need to go get another one. 2 monitors require 2 mice. Tiger Red is watching Jurassic Park 2. Which is more entertaining, Jurassic Park 2 or me raking grass? Oh, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. Push mode the front. Push mode around some of the bigger stuff around the back. Jump on the riding mower, get done in about another... takes me about an hour to do both. Schultz, you have too many mice to monitors. You're going to either get rid of one mouse or pick up a monitor. That's what you're going to have to do. That's what you're going to have to do. Speaking of picking something up, I ordered a Intel Arc A380 GPU today. I'm going to try something here on the gaming system. The other week I tried to switch over to AV1 encoding. And it failed miserably. Because I set AV1 to do CPU encoding. Used up about as much CPU as I could possibly use up. And the frames were horrid. That was actually the first Carpathian stream that I did that way. I had to stop the stream, had to switch it back over to X264. I got the second Intel GPU. I'm going to put in the system. I'm going to try to set up OBS to use the second GPU to do AV1 encoding. That will offload all of the primary GPU for 3D game rendering. And we'll see how all that works out. Because I want to send you all the best possible video you can get. Right now we stream at 1440p. That's what we output. And I output at 15 megabit. Pretty high bitrate for a stream. And like I said, I hope it comes through. Hope things look good for you guys. But I can do the same with AV1, and I can probably output at maybe 5 megabit, maybe 6 megabit, and it's going to be just as clear. You need 2 mice for 2 monitors to improve your productivity. Otherwise, there's nothing going on in the second monitor. It's just sitting there. The answer to increased productivity is being able to do more things at once. And you can only do so many things with one mouse. It's like 138 bucks, so it's not a giant investment if it doesn't work out. I've never tried to set up OBS with like a 2-system setup. I think it's just overly complex. In fact, right now what I'm doing is I'm doing hardware. I'm doing CPU encoding for the stream. And you know, I got cores for days with this 5900X, so we're still sitting at like 17% CPU. If I only play the game, I'm sitting at like 9%, right? Which is why I thought I'd be good with AV1. I thought, like, I got cores for days. No, it was horrid. Miles, make sure you download all 3 parts and extract part 1 only using WinRAR. That will extract all 3 parts. Do not, under any circumstance, extract part 2 or part 3 individually. Once you extract part 1, take all of the contents of the mods folder into your mod folder. Better yet, look up my original map tour for the version 1.0 of this map in FS22. I have an entire segment of the video dedicated to downloading and extracting the map. Follow those directions, and I guarantee you, if you follow those directions to the T, it will work for you every time. And AV1 doesn't work at all on 3000 gen GPUs, so it's not available on my 3080. And I'm not swapping out a 3080 for any 4000 series GPU. Waylon, what's up? Little Miss Brooks, you gotta get the map downloaded to get on it. The map is very beautiful, and there's a lot going on with it, right? A lot of productions. I still need to sell all those vegetables, cheese and such. I made the thumbnail off the loaded trailer, and then I parked the loaded trailer because I wanted to sell it with you guys in. Just need the time. Tell me about it, right? All these wonderful maps come out. I think we are very, very close, if we aren't already, to having 220 maps in our FS22 map playlist. And the game hasn't even been out for 2 years. Well, you know, no, you don't need 2 keyboards. Just 2 mice. I mean, that's silly, 2 keyboards. Sander! What did you order? What did you order? You may have put it in Discord, and I'll be honest, my memory span for anything I read in Discord is pretty short. Yeah, I think these windrows are smaller than the other field. Maybe I didn't get around to fertilizing this field. Only 18 months indeed, right? Think about the mods that we saw late in the lifespan of FS19. Types of mods that we're going to see further into the lifespan of 22. Farm Sim 13, that takes you back. That takes you back. We did a memory lane stream when Giant celebrated 15 years. But I've only ever played back to FS17. And it was pretty remarkable. Right? The differences between 17, 19, and 22 alone. You can only imagine how it looks from 13 to 15 to 17 to 19 to 22. Right? And then all those naysayers out there, I don't know if they're still naysaying that 22 is just 19. With some lipstick on a pig. I say, open your eyes, because clearly you're not looking. Watchdog, what's up? How does it go? I'm excited to hear about the new DLC soon, too. Shouldn't be too much longer because just in a few days, we're going to see the release of Farm Sim Mobile 23 for iOS, Android, and Nintendo Switch. And then I expect right after that, we're going to start getting info on Hack 2. Ryzen 5 7900 600 B650 3060 gaming 32 gigs of DDR5 and 1 terabyte NVMe 2. Nice. Nice. Oh, indeed, Yonai, indeed. If you pick it up, I would love to hear your thoughts on Mobile 23 as compared to FS22 visually and gameplay wise. Because when I had a chance to test it out for about 20 minutes at PAX, it was really impressive for the fact that it was just running on a tablet. Farmer G, I don't think I will be doing any FS23 gameplay. I looked into it and I thought about buying a capture card to run out of the Switch that my son has, but ultimately decided that if I didn't have time to do FS22 gameplay other than the live streams and the the recorded map videos, then would I really have time to mess with trying to capture Switch video and edit that up in any fashion? And realistically, the answer is no. Sander, this is a rake. This is a bar rake from Vermeer. It is part of the Vermeer DLC, which was part of the Year 1 Season Pass. Folds up. And then we also have the ability to change its width. Bring it in, bring it out. And it runs off hydraulics. Growing up, we used a single bar rake that was gear driven. So it had a transmission, if you will, in it that you had to engage. And once you engaged it, the rakes would run as fast as you drove across the field. And then when you were all done, you disengaged the gear. So then the bar rakes wouldn't rotate anymore as you drove down the road. So the Vermeer DLC included also the self-propelled round baler. Where is it at? There it is. So the Vermeer pack included this bale shredder that you can load the bales from the rear. You just back it up and flip it up in there. Include the awesome ZR5 1200, the self-propelled round baler. This is a legitimate real-life machine. Included our bar rake here that we're using. And then included a traditional round baler. And included this really cool butterfly fold out, kind of just wing fold out trailed mower. We used this earlier to mow the grass. Wolf Boy Gaming, welcome! Welcome to the mix. Mix 106 for your best farm sim and Stream Beats content. Tune in every night. Something new and entertaining. Mix 106. Where the action is. There, that was my take on a radio advertisement. Hope you all enjoyed it. David, good morning. Good morning. How's it go? How's the Saturday go? So today is Armed Forces Day. I want to say thank you to anyone and everyone who is currently serving in any of the major armed forces branches. Sander, thank you for becoming a farm boss. I'll be updating the credits at the end of the month, so you'll be sure to see your credits get added, or your name get added to the list at that point. Oh, you're using a swather mod. Alright, you swathing, what are you swathing? Oh, but then it's not my content. Then it's other people's content. Right? Barley and wheat. What are you talking about, bad mod? You're talking about this rake being a bad mod. You are not quite correct. It is picking up accurately. Because if you see, the edges are not the edge of the rake. The edge is in a bit because where the tines come down to make contact or almost make contact with the ground is basically a little bit to the inside of this wheel. And that is exactly where it's picking up. So it is picking up accurately. So bad mod are mods that have inaccurate working widths, in my opinion. Bad mods are mods that have inaccurate capacities, working speeds. But to each their own. To each their own. So it's just me driving a little bit too close to the edge. It's skipping a little bit. Oh, there we go. Pick it up. The name that stops the round barrel when it gets full is... Well, it's one of two. It's either... It's like baler extension. I think it's like round baler extension. Or at LSFM mods. There's also like a wrapper. There's a wrapper mod that does that, I think. Auto unload wrap, I don't know. There's like 3 or 4 mods that I always try to add from over there. And in the end, which one really does what? I tend to lose track. I think the mod's been adjusted to work okay with the fast bail to basically ignore it. Yeah, for me, I like it because the act of stopping constantly, right? Get a little mundane. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's over at LSFM mods, right? And if you look at the scripts over there, it's probably like round baler extension, round baler add-on. Something like that. Let me tell you a funny story. At least I found it funny. Let me tell you a funny story. I've got a couple Yeti cups, right? You know those Yeti drink cups? Well, one day the wife put some tea in a Yeti cup because there was just a little bit left in the pitcher. And then she made some tea, right? And she stuck the Yeti cup in the fridge. Right? So the next day, I get the Yeti cup out of the fridge. And I take a swig of tea. And what'd you know? The tea was mostly warm. And I was like, okay, this is weird. Why is this tea somewhat warm? It's because it's come out of the fridge. And then I look at the cup a little bit. And I say, oh my God. The insulation on the cup has insulated the tea from the refrigerator's cold. Because the cup was cold, but the tea wasn't. Oh, that was a fun one. Here we go. So, just a word of warning. Don't put your Yeti cup in the fridge in order to keep the contents cold, because the contents probably won't become cold. I would say your name, but I'm worried I'm going to mispronounce it. Not really, but I probably will. Uger, is that it? Uger, welcome. You're welcome. So I told her about it. It was a funny story. She was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I'm like, it's okay. I'm fine. It doesn't matter. It's just, it's more funny than anything else. Oh, I know, the cup's crazy, right? I'll have, let's say, some ice and some water in it, maybe. And then I'll drink the water and I'll just leave the ice in it. And then I come in the next, I'll just set it on the counter. And then the next day I just pick it up and, like, there's still ice in it. And there's a little bit of water in it where the ice melted a little bit. But not a whole lot. There we go. We made a fortune with our vegetables from our garden. All we had to do was put a little bit of manure out. Well, M9, who wants to do that? Then you might knock it over and spill it. I don't know what type of amazing properties they have, but how a plastic lid with a magnetic flap, we'll call it. How that aids in the insulating values. You'll need to watch both videos, David. So you need to watch the first one, and then with the 1.2 update, there is an updated brewery video that covers the bottling process. Because now there is a bottling process. You also no longer need methane in order to run the brewery. Oh, the lining is dark matter. Pottinger Faro, I think this will hold 10,000 liters more than the other wagon. And we're going to take this over to our fixed firm. Remember last time we filled up the compost bunker? Got it cooking. So we'll have more compost for the BGA. Charlie boy, what is up? What is up? Yeah, man, I got a the Yeti that I drink a lot out of is a Farm Sim Yeti. Came with the press kit, the early access press kit. Farm Sim. One day I hope that we'll get the ability to buy official merch here in the States for Farm Sim. That'd be awesome. Ababo, what is up? Long time no see. Hope things are doing good with you. M9 maybe. It might be. Because clearly the tractor was parked closer to the road and it did not stop traffic. It may be the loading and unloading markers, or whatever you want to call it. Alright, let's go. Load up our, Oh, bad things. Bad things have occurred here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Bad things have occurred. Speaking of which, we've got some bad things merch in our merch shop, Explanation Merch. Comes equipped with a tow truck. Bad things, and then at the bottom, Mayhem Crew. All types of things from stickers to mugs, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and the like. And something else, this video is brought to you by Patrick Coinier and Schultz Modding. Thank you for being farm barons. There's our fixed firm fermenter. Get this fired up. So we got 42,000 liters of silage in here. Oops. Oops. Hit tab. Oh. Turn you off. What? Some interesting things have happened here. Some interesting things have occurred. Well, welcome back to civilization. Whatever happened to you? Get back over here to a fixed firm. So, I don't know what happened. We had 26,000. We lost some, I think. Well, at any rate, we need fixed firm additive. We've got additive. We've got chaff, grass. So we're making ourselves some silage. Our additives are on back. We'll get back to our business. Our business. That's something I don't do much. I don't do too much bee work. I really don't think too much about it. Probably should put more bees down. I fell into the magic black hole. The same stuff the Yeti cups are lined with. I know Schultz, right? Totally devalues his sponsorship of the video. Maybe it's antimatter. Maybe that's what keeps it cold. Streamlabs must have heard me talking about the merch. There's a link to the merch shop. Feel free to go check it out. We got stickers, mugs, glasses, barley juice glasses, by the way, water bottles, insulated water bottles. Oh, that's a nice update. Allow the AI to work with the swather. No Yeti water bottles. I do have a large insulated drink cup up there. Has Farming's My Chill on it. I can advise you, do not put it in the dishwasher. It doesn't hold up so well under, you know, high heat. Emergency guy, welcome. Long time no see. It's probably because you've been busy. You've been busy with emergencies. So you can take some time out. Check us out over here on the Hof. Now this time, let's try not to go into the land of weirdness. All right, later, Sander. Thank you for dropping by. I look forward to seeing the photo when all things show up. What I can't wait for is my sill file to grow. It has not grown an inch since we planted it. That was back in August even. I can only harvest it once a year. We're not going to be able to harvest it until August. Well, at least we only have to plant it once. I honestly thought I could get more than one harvest a year out of it. But clearly that's not going to be the case. But unlike corn, at least I don't have to replant it every year. So there is that. It is a long time to wait, but that's okay. That's okay. We play the long game. We play the long game. After all, our slogan for the channel, farming is my chill. So if I'm chilled out, why would I want to do it fast? Why would I want to get it over with? Do I hate myself? Do I just want to chill as fast as possible so I can get it over with? So I can get back to the hustle and bustle and the busyness of reality? That's just silly. We're here to chill. We're here to relax. We're here to save our sanity. Because the world will steal it away from us as fast as possible. And that's why this month we are partnering with TWLOHA. That is a very big mouthful. But what they do is they strive to help folks out with mental health by offering scholarships, resources, helping folks connect with mental health professionals that can get them the help that they are seeking. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, if you did not know. And in fact, next weekend we are going to be partnering up with several other farm sim creators to do something interesting, I think, on Saturday, centered around mental health awareness. If you want to learn more about TWLOHA, there are links down in the description. There's also a Tilify link if you want to give any sort of donation. Be much appreciated. Because farming's my chill. And that's how I keep my sanity. In a crazy, crazy world. Well, I used to work in a barn that would reach who knows what temperature, but 95 would be nice cool. Right? It'd be 95 degrees outside. You come down out of the barn and you'd be like, oh, it's like air conditioning down here. But yeah, 95 working conditions are not fun, right? Not fun at all. But you know what they used to say growing up? It's good for you. Well, I think it's been proven that probably it's really not good for you. But you know, back then they also would, you know, they'd eat large sandwiches. And if you listen to the doctors now, it's like a miracle anyone survived the 1940s. It's like the whole country should have died from massive heart disease. I want to see. Worked in a cider mill, as in like hard cider, like Angry Orchard cider. Well, that would be nice to see. Be nice to see apples become a bit more prominent, orchards become a bit more prominent in the game, and then we could have cider mods. You know, a good crisp apple cider of the adult variety goes good on a nice hot day. Good chilled, crisp, Angry Orchard bottles, maybe 3 or 4. That's what watching this channel does. Little Miss Brooks, it will inevitably turn over to food and beverage, and well, next thing you know, you're like Captain Kiwi. You're making a run. You're making a subway run. Nobody wants reality. That's right. Nobody wants reality. Now let's not teleport to the land of Oz. See, clearly this thing is going to hold a ton of product. Oh. Yeah. Why can I not? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, are we teleported? There we go. I couldn't enter it. It wouldn't let me enter it. Weirdest thing ever. Mostly, David, it's because the movie Wizard of Oz really has given the land of Oz a bad taste. Because you've got wicked witches And you've got those monkey flying things. And you got those guys that walk around and go, oh, oh, you know, that you know, that's it gives you a bad taste. Well, all you had to do was drop a house. Either that or spritz her with some water. Who would have thought? Who would have thought spritzing somebody with water, that solves all your problems? Nope, I checked. See, fly mode false, I still couldn't get in. I don't know. I mean, relocating a house sounds pretty expensive. And speaking of food, tonight we made a new dish. Found it off the internet. Cheesy pasta bake. It was an interesting concoction. So it had meat. It had pasta. It had pasta sauce. Had a bunch of different spices to the meat mix, and then it had egg noodles. And then it also had sour cream, cream cheese, ricotta cheese, Parmesan cheese, all mixed up. And then you toss the cheese and the noodles together after cooked. And then you layered it like it was lasagna. Cheesy noodles, meat, cheesy noodles, meat. And sprinkle a little Colby on top. Bake it for a little bit. That's good. That's good. It went into the make again pile. I don't know. The wife found it on some website. Maybe I'll post it in the Discord. I can dig up the link. You know, now that she's got her intestinal problems figured out, she wants to eat again. Oh, well, technically noodle and pasta, they're very similar. In essence, pasta is a noodle, but not all noodles, I would say, are pastas. There's probably a definition. There's probably like a real definition of what really makes a pasta. But I don't honestly know. It's like what's chili? What's chili, right? You can have chili with meat. You can have chili without meat. You can have chili that's just beans. You can have chili with corn with chicken in it. You can have a white chili. You can have a red chili. I would say there's probably a noodle that is not made from a dough that derives from a grain. Rice noodles are not pasta, I would say. I would venture a guess. But then again, I don't know how rice noodles are made. What's the definition of pasta? Is it a noodle made out of a grain dough, a dough that comes from a grain? Flour made from a grain versus flour made from something else? Well, it can also be very regional, right? It can be very regional. So there are certain areas of the country that call a canned carbonated beverage soda. There's other areas of the country that would call the exact same thing hop. Indeed, will indeed. Some sodas are just classified Coke. And then you go to the restaurant and they say, is Pepsi okay? And you look at them like, no. And why would it be okay? In what world is Pepsi equals to Coke? In Bizarro Land, maybe. So, pasta is processed from drum semolia, whatever, which is coarser than typical flour. However, the difference is not always so cut and dry, like dried cut pasta. Noodles and pasta differ greatly because of their ingredients type of processing. Noodles are usually made with flour milled from common wheat. Common wheat. You know what? I think wheat probably gets a complex in being called just simple common. Farmer Fent, what's up? What is up? Well, Donald, then you just don't get your insides cleaned out. I mean, stuff just collects. You need to drink Coke, that way all the gum you swallowed as a child goes out of your stomach. It has municipal properties. Clearly. It's gum remover for your intestines and stomach. Oh, it's good to hear Farmer Fent. Well, are one of those varieties common? Maybe we'll take the other load to the hay dryer. Because this is adding up to a lot more than I thought. We're gonna have over 150,000 liters of grass in here before we're done that one field. Jared, what's up? How you doing tonight? How are things? We're just having arguments in chat around food. Not really arguments. More like me and Will are stating facts, and Donald's going off the reservation. Farmer G with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you very much, sir, for that. Artemis was gifted a membership. David C is gifted a membership. Sharia, we'll go with that. Gifted a membership. Is back with a gifted membership. And Caleb, thank you. Farmer G, the 5 gifted memberships. We're gonna have a little bit of an alarm train going on now. Definitely need to top this thing off with silage additive before we go over the other field. I don't even know what crab apples are. What are crab apples? And why are you eating them when no one else will? It's concerning. Well, it sounds like some folks are spreading rumors about these crab apples to keep them to themselves. I think that is pretty wrong. There we go. That's gonna do it for this field. See, there's no problem, Jared. There's nothing wrong with Jared. He's clearly got fabulous taste in content creators. That's why he's here. Clearly his time with the crabapple didn't deter from that. Shelter, it's apparently a rumor the adults spread in the northeast to prevent children from eating them so that the adults can have more for themselves. It's despicable. Absolutely despicable. I've probably seen them. I've probably seen them. You know, I just didn't take kind to just grabbing random things off of trees and biting into them. Missed my turn again. Well, maybe the seeds have arsenic in them. Is that what I had heard before? It's exactly why we can't have nice things. Because we're still making up. For the whole Garden of Eden and Eden. See, I can't get in. The whole Garden of Eden and forbidden fruit. We'll have to reset this thing. Maybe that'll fix it. It sounds like Donald's been making poisonous cider. Is that what that witch gave Sleeping Beauty? A poisoned apple cider? Made her fall into a deep sleep? You never know what we're going to talk about here on the channel. We go from one thing to the next. We change topics more frequently than Schultz changes underwear, which really is a problem. We gotta talk to him about that. Darlene! Where's Darlene at? Get her over here. We need you to have a talk with him. Trio Gaming, what's up? What is up? I don't know. All this talk about cider, I might have to go pick up a 6-pack. I'll be sure to put it in my Yeti cup. That way it stays nice and cold and crisp. Schultz, if you're changing your underwear every hour, then I think you need to go see a doctor. Jelly's in the house. Everybody, what's your favorite Jelly Rancher? It's the right answers were red. Just so you know, the right answer is red. How are you doing this evening? And you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. I'm here on the map. I'm thinking about it. I'm going to try my best tomorrow to do that Hof Bergman Explained video where we do the hunt for the collectibles. Been talking about this for like 2 weeks now, and I hadn't gotten the video done. Tomorrow, I don't have any plans for the morning that I can think of. I mean, goal 1 is to wake up. Goal 2, make the Hof Bergman Explained Collectibles video. Gotta make sure you keep your goals set respectively. Goals you can achieve. Blue. What's the blue flavor? Blueberry? Blue cherry? Oh, Will, that's a funny one. Adults must get scared a lot. That's right. He's a jumpy guy. That's a good one. All right, let's take this here to our hay dryer. I think we have enough in the fermenter. Oh, Farmer, gee, you're missing out, man. Maybe they don't have them over there. Oh, shoot, I jumped out. I jumped out because I wanted to make sure this was running. Turn her on. Here, let's take care of this. Front and center. Where am I even at? We use the Great Landini to run grass. We'll reset that tractor. Maybe we can get into it now. It was in such a weird state. Well, Farmer G, I mean, I can't help it that I guess the U.S. standards are too high. They don't meet the minimums over there. But it's basically a sweet and tart at the same time hard candy that has a inherent property of wanting to stick to your teeth. So you try not to let it come in contact with the teeth. Exotic? What do you mean grab apples? Are you talking about the apples on this map? Because you don't need a mod to do the apples on this map. You simply need to get an apple crate and put the apple crate in the appropriate spot of the orchard. We actually need to do that. So we can go actually demonstrate that. So the blue ones are blueberry. There is then sour apple. There is... Honestly, I don't know any other flavor. I've seen red, I've seen blue, I've seen apple. How do you buy apple crates? You just go to the shop. You go to the shop, you come down here to consumer boxes. It's under boxes, actually. fillable apple box or a fillable apple crate. Now, the apple crate only holds 39 apples, whereas the apple box holds 325. And then I'll show you where to put it. Well, first off, you're not on this map if you're on console. Second off, I have zero idea what you're using, because apples were not a thing in FS19, other than maybe a mod. So I'd say if you have a mod that has apples, well then the mod should have a way for you to collect said apples. So no clue whatsoever. Maybe you're on a map that includes apples. I have no idea. But I probably did a map video on it, because I did videos on any map that comes out in the mod hub, and that's the only way you can get maps on console is through the mod hub. So I likely, maybe, probably, possibly said something about apples and how to collect them in that video. But the only apple trees I ever know of in 19 produced like their own apple crates on the ground. And console didn't have productions. So I have zero idea where you're getting apples from on a console in 19. Unless it's somehow you had to use some trailer that you could fill apples from a bulk, like, fill spout. Go, traffic, let's go. All the Global Company stuff was PC only, because Global Company itself was a massive collection of scripts written by GTX, by the way. And then his name was blatantly stripped from the credits when he left the LSFM modding group. Not LSFM, LS Modding Company. Oh, I can't enter that either. Well, let's just reset the truck. Well, where does it go? Oh. I still can't get in it. Are you kidding me? Wait, it's coming back to me. Yeah, there was some production mods in 19 that basically overwrote and piggybacked on the animal system. Because if you think about it, the animal system is really production. There's inputs and then there's outputs. Right? You input food, you input an animal, you input water, and you output typically manure, you output another animal through reproduction, You could output milk, right? So in essence, it's a production. So there were production mods on 19 that basically piggyback on the animal system. Oh, now I can get in it. Spent grains are used for pig food. Or wait, spent grains as in like beer production? Pig food. Just dump them in the pig area. You can use it for compost. So you should be able to dump spent grains in a compost heap. Or you can take the spent grains and put it in the pig area for food. What am I doing? I gotta go to the community garden. No. I never turned super strength on. Oh, it isn't. But that doesn't affect your ability to get in and out of things. Unless you still have the handle hold. But as far as apples and Hof Bergman, you place your apple crate there, and then you say start filling. And, well, apples are now going into the crate. Because you can see the quantity going down over in the lower right. Explanation Discord, Jared. That'll get you. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I jumped in the truck. I don't think I tabbed over. Maybe I did, I don't know. Yeah, I know flight mode causes you not to be able to get into things because I have to creatively edit the map videos in order to be able to get back in the Mahindra after I fly around the map. I feel like we're definitely getting a lot more grass out of this field than we did the other one. Alien Jim, welcome. Welcome. I know one thing they do allow, that they seem to allow the import of Monster. I can't fathom Monster is better than Jolly Ranchers. Did you find the did you find those variants of the maps? Left the stream last night, you were like, I gotta go hunt these things down. Did you use your superhuman alien powers to hunt them down? Were they hidden? V Games, welcome. Is there a V Games 1? There's obviously a V Games 2. Yeah, I think that would be difficult to search, given the popularity of the proper maps. I think if something existed, maybe like a No Man's Land 16x, just Google search would turn it up pretty quick. Yeah, I mean, if you can't get a wilderness map, if you can't have a 4X wilderness map make its way to console, then I don't see how you're going to get any 4X map make its way to console. Because that should be some of the least memory hungry out there. Did they say it was 64? I don't remember. Yeah, if they'd ever dropped support for the old platforms. Check our animals. Goats are good. Oh, we got 1,000 liters of goat milk. Cows. We got 1,800 liters of cows are good. We still have to feed those guys. The pigs are good. The rabbits are good. The cats are like crazy. Chickens need some chicken feed. Come on, a big bag of chicken feed, or we can just, you know what, we can make our own chicken big bag. Let's make our own big bag of chicken feed. I don't think this thing's tall enough. Oh, what the hey, we'll have fun. go have fun making a big bag. I don't think this poor little thing has the reach. Wheat, thank you. Yeah. Why are you so big? Dang you. I know what has the reach. Let me go get that. I don't know. Oops, that doesn't have a high lift bucket. What makes sense? Welcome. This thing will reach. Let's go make some wheat bags for our chicken feed. We should make 5 bags with this. You're not dumping. There we go. So we'll come up here and we'll say enable pallet creation B. Oh, look at that, people. That's one. Where's my little doohickey? There's my dookie. I better not park that there. I'll never find it again. I don't think we have a big bag lifter here. This will work. So you make just about anything into big bags with that. think if you put wood chips in there, you'll get little bags of wood chips. Come on. Alright, fine. Quit being annoying. The big bag maker. It is a mod over at lsfmmods.com. So you can get the big bag maker right here. Did a new and noteworthy video on it quite a long time ago. Right, why buy a big bag so you just make your own. And then oh, that's a little disturbing. And then we'll put it over here on this stand. And then we'll use our wheelbarrow to feed our chickens. Chickens. There we go. Of course, we could just pull wheat out of the silo too, but this is more fun. This requires more work. That's why it's the Hof Bergman way. Then while we're here, we can collect our manure. We'll just leave that there. Let's get back to work. But we make big bags of fertilizer, grain, manure probably. I think if we do wood chips, we'll get little bags of wood chips. If we put potatoes, I think we get little bags of potatoes. Oh, well, now we need a nice medium between easy peasy lemon squeezy and hard mode. fine balance. How many more trips do you think we have here? We have 1, 2, 3 full runs. Partial run. We think we have 3 full loads. That run didn't net much. Maybe we only have, maybe have 1, 2, we have 2 loads and a part. Let's go with that. Oh, your cider comes in a can. Ciders I've seen come in bottles. Over here. It's more impactful to smash an empty bottle over someone's head than an empty can. And there we go. Alright. So yeah, I think we have 1 more load and then a part. I'm not much of a drinker anymore either. Quite interesting. Quite interesting. As soon as we had our first child, I basically gave it up. Said, alright, I'm done. Other than the occasional beverage, right? But it was like as soon as we had our first kid, it was like, all right, no more. There's no more need. J&M Farming. Probably never. Why do you want to watch me? Watch the gameplay. That's where the content is. TF Howard, it depends. I very rarely recommend any map because it all relies on your tastes. Now, for this particular map, if you are someone that does not prefer to do things kind of the more manual way, then I don't think you're going to enjoy yourself on the map. This map is designed to be done lots of manual stuff. So for example, there's a community garden where there are 5 little garden plots that basically act as greenhouses. They produce not pallets of goods, but boxes, totes, bags, baskets of goods. And the only way to get those goods out of the community garden, for the most part, is to pick them up by hand and carry them out through a narrow fence. Chickens have to be fed with a wheelbarrow. You have to collect manure out of the chicken coop with a wheelbarrow. And the eggs spawn in little egg trays in the coop, and they have to be brought out manually because of the door. Right? So this map is designed for the player who's looking to do things in a more manual fashion. That type of gameplay isn't for everyone, but it may be for you. I would say go check out my Hof Bergman Explained playlist, where we run down kind of a lot of the unique natures of this particular map. And after you watch a couple of those videos, I think you'll probably have a good sense as to if this suits your playstyle or doesn't. I saw the little mini thingy, the mini tractor pack, hop in the mod hub. I didn't download it. Although I haven't really ridden the bicycle around. Since those first few live streams. It takes a little while to get anywhere, actually. But we're going to come up here for just a little bit. And then we'll need to fertilize this field. pH is still good. We need to get nitrogen going. So I'll be fertilizing the field off camera. I'm going to come back and get that last load of grass also off thy camera. Well, thank you for all for coming out and watching today. Keep an eye on the channel. Tomorrow we're going to drop a new Hof Bergman Explained, where we run through the collectibles that are on the map. Do note this map has some rather unique collectibles. Some of them cost you money, others earn you money, but do know in the end you are going to be in a positive as far as going around and collecting them. And after you collect them, they all show up in your farmhouse. So we'll do that video. It won't take long. But those of you who are trying to find those collectibles the legit way, you might get a little help in figuring out where some of those remaining ones are, because they're very well hidden in plain sight. In fact, if you didn't know some of these were collectibles, you probably never would actually try to do anything with it. So it's a pretty cool way of doing collectibles, in my opinion. We'll be back tomorrow night. It's Sunday night convoy night in American Truck Simulator for the Mayhem crew. So if you want to watch that, feel free. We do just about everything but drive legal. And until next time, happy farming.